What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Time Garage. Now, I promised you guys a long time ago that anytime I did something with Project Freedom here, that I'd bring you guys along for the ride. And today we have some more stuff to do to it. A buddy of mine came to me a while back and asked if I wanted a coolant filter for a 7.3 diesel. He has a 6-liter and had no use for it, so I was like, well, if it's free, I'll take it. I mean, free's my price. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put this bad boy on that bad boy. Now, what he gave me was just the filter head and the hoses and all that stuff. I went ahead and ran to O'Reilly and grabbed a Wix filter. This is a Wix 24070. I'll try to remember to put links to everything I used down here in the bottom in the description of the video. So if you guys want to follow along at home, you can. Now, on these coolant filters, I've never gone to buy one directly. To be honest, I'm not sure how well they work. I guess they're fine. I mean, you know, at our farm, all of our big tractors and combines and stuff like that, they all have coolant filters on them from the factory. So I know a lot of heavy machinery has it from the factory, so it couldn't hurt. The thing is with these, 100% of your coolant doesn't flow through them. Some of the coolant passes through it. And, you know, obviously if it catches any kind of trash and stores it in the filter, that's good. I mean, I guess I can't argue with extra filtration because cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay. So I don't have the instructions for this thing. So I had to go out and look on Sinister's website, and obviously it's pretty simple. This just mounts to the core support. There's a hose barb, which I don't have. We'll have to look through our stash. That you pull a plug out of the side of the coolant or the thermostat housing. This plugs in there. You cut your line going up to your coolant bottle, and that goes in there. That's about it. So it's a pretty simple install. It should be a really fast video. I do like also that they have shutoff valves, so you can actually turn off the coolant flow if you want to. It doesn't hurt anything stopping this flow because, you know, from the factory where this hose plugs in, it's just got a pipe plug in it, so it doesn't have any flow right now. So it couldn't hurt anything. Figure, well, we got to lose, right? Let's get the hood open and let's have a look at where it's going to go. See if we can stick this thing on there. Be a fun project for a Sunday afternoon. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this: anytime you're getting ready to work on the cooling system of your automobile, the first thing you want to do is do what I did. Take the thing out and drive it all over town, and then bring it back here and park it so that it's smoking hot when you get ready to work on it. I didn't think that through. Genius. Well, there's Freedom's old 7.3. This sucker's been in service for a while. It's been a damn good engine. This thing has been as reliable as anything I've ever owned. Coolant level's a little bit low though. Huh. Wonder where that's going. I'll literally open the hood on this thing like once a month to check check the oil and transmission fluid. All right, so I guess first things first. Let's get up there on the truck and let's just kind of peer down and see what it looks like under there. Well, that plug down there that you see on the bottom of the thermostat housing, that's the plug that's going to come out, and we're going to screw a hose barb in there. And the actual housing itself is going to mount under these two bolts here. So we'll pull those bolts out and it'll sit right there, and the filter will hang down under here. As far as connections go, this hose is the one that will go down there and hook to that pipe plug we're going to install. And we basically just cut this connection right here and we tee this in. So it's a very simple installation. It won't take very long at all. In fact, it's going to take way longer for me to cool the engine off so I can touch the damn thing. You would be surprised how well and how fast that works. Now, something to keep in mind here that will trip you up is the fact that that plug right there, it's a square drive. No, it's not a 1/4 inch ratchet. It's not a 3/8. it is something else. Not sure why Navistar decided to not use hex head like everybody else in the world. They didn't. So now, to be fair, if I had purchased the kit from Sinister and it came with everything that it was supposed to come with, it would have came with a square drive to be able to get that out. Since I didn't do that, and since it was free, and since I'm not going to run out and try to find anything, I figure what we'll do is this. We'll take a bolt. This is a grade 5 bolt. Yeah, grade 5 bolt. And we'll just kind of maybe cut the sides down and try to make a square out of it. And then we'll use this side, this head here, to be able to turn it out. I put my calipers down there the best I could and measured it, and it came out to just about a 1/4 inch. Now, of course, you think, well, yeah, that's a 1/4 inch extension. No, it's not. 1/4 inch extension is not a 1/4 inch. It's a little smaller than 1/4 inch. So what we'll do is we'll just start cutting this thing down until it's a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch, and we'll just do some test fits and try to get it done. Hopefully this will be an easy way to overcome the problem. So what we'll do is we'll just cut this bolt down and try to make it square, and we'll stop before we get fully to the 1/4 inch. I've already cut it down some, and we're a little bit bigger than a 1/4 inch on 2 sides. I'll get those 2 sides done, then I'll flip it and do the other 2. Getting pretty close. I'll go ahead and flip it and do the other 2 sides. Now this is going to be a little tricky because the bolt, the hex of the bolt head doesn't allow me to, turn it 4 different ways where the top is perfectly parallel to the ground. Just kind of got to eyeball it some. Getting pretty close. I'll test fit it, see what we got. This is what we've ended up with. Nope, not a perfect square by any means, but I think it'll probably work. These things usually aren't that tight, aren't in there that well, so fingers crossed. Let's see how our bolt setup thing works here. Yep, look at that, coming right out, no problem. That was actually way easier than I thought it would be. How much coolant you think is going to fall out? How hot do you think it's going to be? Hey, I want to take a second to give a quick shout out to some of my subscribers. You guys, you really support the channel by commenting and giving thumbs up and interaction for YouTube. That's what helps support the channel more than anything. The better people interact, or the more people who interact, the better the channel does overall. So by commenting and liking and interacting on the video, you guys are doing me a great favor, and I really appreciate it. You guys are the reason I do what I do. Really enjoy it. I love the interaction with you guys. People who comment on most all my videos, like Silver Grizzly and Walter P. Chrysler, NC Country Boy, Stacy Jourdain, the Mopar Garage, gotta give a shout out to you. And there are a ton more. There's way more than I could ever list in a video, but the guys that I see commenting every single time, I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys. Sincerely appreciate what you do. Now, I'll shut up, get back to work. Now we just have to find ourselves a hose barb. If you don't have a drawer of extra junk, get you a drawer of extra junk. Sure is helpful. .3/8 hose barb, that's kind of what that looks like. All right, with our, that's not really a barb, but it's still a, it's a fitting and it'll work. This is the one thing my kit didn't come with, or well, the kit would have came with it had I bought it new, but again, since I bought it used, I had to scrounge for one of those. Luckily, I'm a hoarder. Before we get over there with hot coolant running down our arms, it's probably a good time to go ahead and put some thread tape on this, as the instructions tell you to. Always wind it counterclockwise. And it doesn't take a lot of this stuff. In fact, that was probably too much, but there we go. Now luckily, I thought ahead, and I placed a drip pan under this truck that's going to catch every single drop that comes out of it, no problem. It's not catching it all. Ow hot, ow hot, ow hot, ow hot, 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 oh so hot, really, really hot, ow hot, ow hot, ow hot, ow hot, 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 wow hot. Oh, that is so hot. That is so the wrong size. Well, the plug that came out of it evidently was pipe thread, and what I had in there wasn't pipe thread, so I did this. I adapted it. How about that? We'll see if that works. Yep, much better. Much better already. If you're doing this at home, your upper radiator hose is really in the way, just so you know. Oh, shit. Oh. I'll go ahead and hook up this hose now and get it kind of close. Before we actually mount the filter housing. Supposed to run it back through here, I do believe. Right into place. I believe we're supposed to zip tie it here. At least I think that's what I'm going to do. There we go. All right, so there's that part. I guess we'll go ahead and mount this part now. Can you see that? I guess we'll go ahead and put this up here now that the hose is in place. I believe those are 8mm. And it should sit here, something like this. That's pretty good. Pick our filter. Should be able just to spin it on here now. Okay, that was pretty easy. Now the final connection we'll have to make is this hose. Back up and get it there somewhere. From there, to there. That's what that's going to look like. Maybe we should put some hose clamps on it first. Smart. Over here. No way I could have cut those any more crooked. Like I said, I'm professional. Hey, I fixed that one. Yeah, sort of fixed that one. That looks like a wedge of cheese. Right. I'm not too wild about that, just riding up against the jack accessories and such, but I guess it's easy enough to repair or change out if I decide to. Well, that should be it pretty much hooked up. Everything's in line. I guess I need to top off the coolant. We'll start the truck and we'll let it circulate some through. Make sure we don't have any leaks. I'll probably just go ahead and put this whole gallon in there. This is 50-50 mix. Not the most economical way to buy coolant, but it's coolant. It's drinking it. That's good. I guess we start it up. Let it bleed. Let it circulate all that through. Been in here running for quite a few minutes. Thermostat's opened up, it's came up to temp. I've got a little bit of pressure in the hoses. It's done a really good job of heating up my garage, as you can see by the sweat on my brow. But I think we're good. So glad I put that drip pan under there to catch all that coolant. That was brilliant. Every single time. I don't even know why we bother with drip pans. It's better just to drop it on the floor. Maybe we should decide to drop it on the floor, aim for the floor, and then I'm sure it'll all go in the bucket. Now the little plug, square drive plug that came out, and the extremely well-made tool that I built. I mean, I'm basically a machinist now. Those two things show what we're going to do with those. We're going to ignore the terrible spill on the floor. I keep one of these with me all the time. This is parts. Like a lot of weird 7.3 specific stuff that might get me out of trouble on the side of the road. I'll pop both of those in there. If at some point in the future I find myself with one of those hose busted or something like that that strands me on the side of the road or somewhere out, I can always take that plug and stick it back in there and, you know, be able to get myself out of a jam. Matter of fact, I keep all kinds of stuff in the truck. You know, fire extinguisher, diesel treatment, a really good first aid kit because I've had to go for that a few times. A whole assortment of different things up there. You guys don't have one of those on your truck, on your sun visor. Those are awesome. So awesome, in fact, that I'll show you a link to these things down in the video description below. But that helps me stay organized. And on the back side, it has, you know, all this stuff, and it has a list of frequencies for the ham radio, which is sitting right there, ICOM IC207H, because, well, I like ham radio. But I keep all kinds of stuff here, like this big mask, because we clean out grain bins a lot, and when you're in there cleaning out grain bins, you need a real good filtration mask. Gloves, I don't even know why that knife is in there, but it's there. But all kinds of little, you know, things, flashlights and screwdrivers and things like that. But back in the toolbox, there's pretty much everything that I might ever need to do basically anything, anywhere. There's extra change of clothes, extra boots, pretty much every tool that I would need to work on the whole truck. AC gauges, fluids, extra filters, and really the things that I find myself using the most are here. Hand cleaner, soap, and some more just nitrile gloves. I also keep a pair of those really thin coveralls right there because, you know, sometimes like climbing around on a combine or, you know, climbing around a tractor or something, it's easier just to put those on and keep yourself clean, especially when you're in like bean dust or corn chaff or whatever, keep you from getting so itchy. But yeah, that's that. And the light bar up there, you know, I had a video putting that light bar on back a long time ago. That's also been invaluable as far as when you're out and about and working on stuff. That just, that's flipping awesome is what it is. I can't tell you how many times I've dropped something on the ground at night and I couldn't find it. And, you know, you turn the lights on and it lights up the whole area out here behind the truck or beside the truck. Anyway, just thought I would just give you guys a quick look at Freedom. Most of you guys may or may not have really seen it much, so just thought I'd do that. Well, there we go. It's all buttoned up. Looks pretty good. Hopefully that'll just do a little bit more to prolong the life of this old 7.3. Well, anyway, I guess that's about it. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. I know it's a short one, but promised I would take you guys along with Project Freedom, and here we are. So don't forget, guys, to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about us. I'll see you next time.